Good morning. It is a gloomy day out here. What is going on? It's 10 o'clock. I was getting ready for my run this morning and, trying to get the number 2 out. Scrolling through some old photos and came across this one. Who's that guy? The year was 2012 and my mom was like, hey, me and my friends are doing a 5K for Halloween. Are you interested in going? And why not? Never ran a 5K before. Man, I'm 23 years old, probably hungover. Ran a 24:28, like nothing. I haven't ran a sub 25-minute 5K in over 10 years. So that's kind of wild. So I'm like, if that punk ass kid can do it, I gotta be able to do it, right? So I'm sure you've heard the old saying, comparison is the thief of joy. Don't be comparing yourself with others because everybody else is in different situations, even including yourself, right? So 23-year-old me versus 36-year-old me, two different people. That dude has 40 pounds on me, maybe 30 pounds on me. That dude can't lift for shit. I mean, not that I'm super strong, but I don't think he's ever bench pressed in his life. Actually, I know he hadn't. That guy was finishing up school, didn't have a full-time job, didn't even have a girlfriend at the time. He was just enjoying life. So, I mean, different spots, right? Different spots of your life. You're doing different things. But here's one thing we do have in common. We're both able-bodied individuals. It would be one thing if I couldn't move or I didn't have the capacity to change things. So, side quest. I'm gonna beat that kid. How long it's gonna take? I think I'll probably do it in 2 months. My last 5K attempt back in November, I ran just under 27 minutes. I feel like my running fitness got a lot better. I'll go into my half marathon on New Year's Day. I started Heart 75 about 40 days ago. That's been going well. I dropped from 330-ish, 329. This morning I weighed in at just above 217. I had that going for me. So I'm in better shape now than I was in November. I think if I were to do a 5K right now, it'd be closer to 26. And then I only have to go a minute and a half more. And so maybe I hop on the Runna to see if there's any 5K programs that I could do and see if I can knock this thing out here in the next month or two. Probably 2. So I've been doing 75 hard for the last 40-ish days. And like I just said, I lost about 13 pounds. And the reason why I haven't lost more is because I'm trying to keep my protein up and my caloric deficit not in too much of a deficit, because I'm also doing a 5-3-1 strength program and you need to eat on that. So yeah, I'm not as aggressive in the calorie deficit there because I don't want to hurt myself with the lifts. So that's a priority. But I feel a lot better. I feel stronger. Doing 5-3-1 was a great idea. I'm in the middle of my second cycle with it, so I upped the weight. I haven't done like a max out yet, but I already feel stronger than I did whenever I tried maxing everything out back in December. Maybe I'll try maxing things out after my third cycle of it. So that's in about 4 or 5 weeks. See where we are. See if we can bump that 695, 700 pounds. See what the new cumulative total is between the bench press, squat, and deadlift.
All right, so here's the plan. We're going to use Runna as always. I picked an 8-week course, so that should land us around April 12th to do a 5K time trial. Running 3 days a week because I'm doing lifts on the other days that I'm not running. Yeah, they're thinking I can maybe knock off a minute and a half on my run. That's what it's predicting. Usually Runna, in my experience, is a little aggressive on its goals for you. So maybe doing a sub 25 might be a little bit lofty, but we're going to try it because that punk from 2012 isn't going to get away with being faster than me today. So we're going to give it a go. It should be fun. I just needed some sort of side quest from my main quest on getting that sub 2 hour half marathon. In order to hit a sub 2 hour half marathon, you have to hit certain milestones, one of which is hitting a certain threshold on your 5K run. Most race predictors state that you have to hit this number. I don't know it off the top of my head, but I'm gonna put it on the screen. You have to hit that number for your 5K to even think that you can do a 2-hour half marathon. So I figured if I can hit a sub 25, so maybe beat my old 24, 28 personal record, then I'd be on my way to that 2-hour marathon or 2-hour half marathon. Woo! I'm not Kipchoge. That being said, there's the running aspect. I also have the lifting aspect right now that I'm working on with the 5-3-1 method, and that's going really, really well. I haven't hurt myself with it yet. That's what I really like about it. It eases you into the weight. It's not such high volume type stuff. You go in, you do your prescribed weight that you need to do that day, and you get out. Of course, you do your accessories if that's what you want to do. I've been told by a few of y'all that you don't necessarily need to do the accessories. Like you can just do the base lifts and you'll still see some results. I still do a little bit of accessories just because they're fun. But I'm still doing that as well. So I don't think I'm going to lose a lot of weight because I'm trying to gain strength. So I'm just going to run with what I got. That being said, just because I was curious, I jumped on the scale before I went for the run, and I was weighing in at 217.4, and then I jumped in on the scale after I got off the run, after I was sweating and stuff, and it was said 216.1. So that's the number I'm going to go with, 216.1. So that means I've lost almost 13 pounds since starting this journey. It's been about a month and a half since Christmas, so doing good there. And really all I'm doing is just cutting out excess sugar, anything that makes me feel inflated, like a lot of salt. I mean, I still use salt and I still use seasoning and stuff like that on food. Not going out to eat as much, really trying to eat whole foods, making sure I have greens with every meal that I have. I've been doing these protein shakes. I'm using pea protein because for whatever reason, whey doesn't sit well with me. And I've been using whey my whole life, right? But I found that pea protein, as hippie as that sounds, does really well with me. So I've been using that and feeling great. I haven't felt a lack of energy. So that's what I was worried about whenever I was getting on this lower caloric diet, even though I'm really not counting calories, but I was worried that it would crash my endocrine system and really like get me feeling lethargic, because I've been there, right? I've been in places where I do go into a caloric deficit and I just feel super lethargic. And it's your endocrine system taking a crash, right? You drop your testosterone, and you need that test. So, anyways, doing great. Really eating everything that I normally would eat. It's just I'm eating it at home, and usually when you're eating at home, you can control the ingredients and make it a little bit healthier for you. So. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Still drinking the gallon of water. I am reading a book right now, and it's not around here, but it's about Audie Murphy, and he's a World War II veteran who is one of the most decorated war heroes in our country's history, and super interesting stuff. There's actually an Audie Murphy trail a little bit away from me. I think it's less than 30 minutes away, so I might actually hit that place up because it's a part of this long trail system. Maybe I go and run a 10K over there. I do know they have an annual marathon, half marathon that takes place there. They haven't set the date on it yet. It should be in October sometime. So maybe I run the half marathon there, like an official half marathon there. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm reading that book. Super interesting guy. Maybe I'll do a book report on it and while I'm running that trail here in a few weeks. So anyways, if you made it this far, thank you so much. I just hit 50 subscribers the other day, which is nuts. So thank you if you're one of those people. Thank you if you're not one of those people. But that's crazy that first they watch my video and they watch it this far along. And then second, they go and they take the effort to hit the subscribe button. It's just nuts to me. I don't know. It's cool. It's a little bit motivating. People are excited to see you run. So I don't know. It's the small things in life, right? But if you guys have a channel of your own or whatever, let me know. I'd like to follow y'all's journey too. But anyways, thanks for running with me. See you guys on the next one.